Hello, you guys. It is Gigi with Invite the Light coming to you with another reading. So today I just heard about Meghan Markle getting the news from legally punishable or legally able to be a form of them to force anyone to take accountability for. So some of her claims are being removed. And so I'm going to just do a reading just to check in um, on her and see what's going. But first, I just want to start off by just intuitively speaking to Megan. Um, I would say, Megan, withdraw your energy from this so you don't lose light. Don't stop your focus, of course, but withdraw your energy and your energetic investment in it. Pull that back to protect yourself and to retain your energy and direct it further up because big things are going to happen, Megan. These small things are really trying to drain you based on the readings that I have seen and the purpose that you have here on earth. You're vibrating at such a high level. Watch me pull a card that actually you're vibrating at such high levels that you're already in this mode, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But that it just actually attracts these massive levels of just sort of dark energy, you know, and that's the way it is. So just keep doing what you need to do. Just turn your attention 100% to the light. Withdraw your energetic investment in this, just to keep your life force and just keep it moving. Stand firmly in who you are because if you do begin to pursue this kind of thing and anyone who has had to deal with any kind of wrong in court will tell you like how draining it is. A lot of times, and some of these reasons are even like the courts, they don't even make any sense. Like the laws themselves are okay, but once you start using common sense against the laws and people start telling you, no, well, actually, we can't do that. And it's like, well, kind of like why? It's totally against the law. It's totally common sense we're talking here. I'm not asking for you to bring unicorns into the court and start throwing around, cotton candy confetti, or whatever. But I would tell Megan to just pull back from this because you're gonna win anyway. You gotta take that Beyonce energy on now, Beyonce somehow manages to find everybody on this earth putting her name in their mouth. Like it's hilarious. But the thing she doesn't do is she really doesn't respond to these things. She doesn't engage. And it seems that she seems to maintain her power, by doing so. So I would really tell Megan to begin to tap into similar intelligence, divine intelligence that will assist her in doing that. And I will actually go ahead and do that too in my little area. So yeah, Megan is in this mode right now. The only problem with this mode is that this is a defensive mode. This is more of a mode that's not from a place of necessary power, but it's a powerful place. It's definitely full of intention and strength, but it's not from a place of power. So, right now still Megan is on other people's timeline. A little bit like people are writing her story. She's you know, participating in their world instead of extracting herself and coming back into her world and a definition of who she is. She is now sort of functioning from the definition that other people have put out for her from a defensive point. She hasn't allowed certain defenses, but she is a person who's become defensive because she has allowed herself to um, participate a bit in this. And it's hard, obviously, anybody would do that. So, but hopefully somehow in some way this will get back to her and she will be able to see this. Like, time to pull back, time to go back on your own timeline, your own true reality, and doing everything. And I would say to Meghan Markle, you need to get a clearing, and this is like a real talk. You need to get somebody on your side who knows how to spiritually clear on a daily basis, because the type of things that you and Harry want to do involve real change. I've seen it in the cards. I've been reading for these people. It's May 1st now. The first time I ever read for Meghan and Harry was in April, I believe, the end of April of 2018. I've been reading for them for 2 years now. And excuse me, I've seen the things that they really want to do. Um, and they can really help this world. And I think if Meghan and Harry also wonder, and it makes it clear to me now why we wonder why we are in a place we are in 2020, where we're still doing things like we haven't gotten past the moon. I mean, we so-called landed on the moon. I mean, some people think it's debatable, that's why I'm saying that. But we did that like in 1968. I mean, that is like, 1968, it's like over 50 years ago. And we can't get anywhere else really since then. We're sitting here in 2020 struggling with a virus and a also a flu epidemic people are bringing up, where 25,000 to 60,000 people die a year. Um, why are we still dying from the flu? Like, I mean, the influenza introduced itself like in 1100. Like, this is a medieval virus. Why is it that people who have had the access to the most rights in, let's say, even in the United States and even in the world, like, they've had benefits from colonizing countries. They've had better jobs because of that colonization and because of enslaving other people and benefiting off of that. Why is it that in 2020 the descendants of those people are working in factories and begging a leader to get their factory job back? Like, so there is something to say that there are people who have come before us who really wanted to make change. And I know that seems like an obvious thing, but when you ask those questions and then you see, I'm like reading cards and seeing all these things like with Meghan and Harry, um, and you get frustrated, you're wondering why we haven't moved forward, is because there have been so many people in a lot of ways stopping progress over these years. And you could kind of see it with the spiritual warfare that's going on against Harry and Meghan. So Meghan needs to come out of this, regroup, recenter. No, this is not personal. No, this is with the territory. So you got to arm up, baby girl, like properly, not like this, but multidimensionally. I mean, yeah. I mean, who are you walking in alignment with? Who are you allowing in your space in all dimensions? So, we'll leave it at that. But she definitely has to get someone who, because there are just too many people here who walk around. They're very intuitive to people's vibration and they just attack. I mean, people do it on a daily basis. Like, people do it all the damn time. Like, if your family, feels like you're too happy or achieving too much, it starts there. I mean, definitely spiritual warfare and stuff like that. I feel like Meghan and Harry are not necessarily in a good place, meaning that they've gotten themselves entangled in this whole mess and web of entanglements of the definitions against them, whereas they need to pull themselves out of this and really reconnect to remember who they are. They need to pull back. This would be a good time to me to continue to talk to Serena Williams, because She in so many ways are good at this. I think they're gonna go back to Canada actually. Um, overall and in general, she's in a good place. Megan is still Megan and stuff. But, I do think that she and Harry, they kind of look at this. It's just getting, how it's getting to the point where she's becoming dislocated in a little bit. I would say like unplugging from humanity. And I really hope, with the person, how she shows up all the time with her amount of sunshine and stuff like that, that she doesn't continue on that way, you know. And so it will actually be going away. But I want to know, I'm going to do an extended here. I want to know what they're going to talk about, like when they go away. So I'm going to cover that. I'm going to see what's going on. What's their plan? Are they going to focus on this legal thing? How they're going to go forward with this? So I'm going to go over there. But meanwhile, there's still a lot of work that she's doing. And I would say to her as well, root chakra work would be very good for you. She's into yoga, so she would understand that. But doing root chakra work will greatly help with this. Flower essences, which it does actually say here, I see flower power. I think flower essences would be fantastic because that's just a good way internally to really strengthen your vibrational boundaries from within, from at their core, and get rid of a lot. She's taken on a lot of emotional damage, you know, bombardment over these last year and a half. So mostly to me, more than anything, and of the highest, mostly at the hands of her father. And then it says here to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire. See, this is where she actually really needs to be really in her purpose and not involved, not aloof, but also not connected or involved in this. So she's going to have to learn to create a lot of personal um, light around her heart and stuff like that because she's really empathetic and stuff like that. She actually feels stuff, like when people are like writing and stuff like that and all this negativity and stuff like that, she actually can feel that energy. And anybody who just said good, you are going to get yours, because it's one thing to feel it, it's another thing to deserve it. And those of you hurling that kind of energy at her, um, it does not help you at all. It does not help you. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. You, on the other hand, you're gonna have to, pay for your actions. So that is it for now. I'm going to head over to the extended video. Thank you all so very much. I do want to take a moment to thank a couple of people who sent some donations over the last couple of days. Thank you so much, viewers. I really appreciate it. It's really, really lovely of you to do that. Yeah, I just wanted to show gratitude for that. I wanted to thank you all for your viewership. I want to thank people like Jules as well, Taste of Honey, all these wonderful people, Coco, all these wonderful people who always come in, Dee Dee as well, who always just kind of come in and they're just excited to see the readings and things like that. And it's so funny that you all just are so very nice and accept me and my own process on YouTube as well, like the way Meghan Markle has to deal with the public, but my own process in learning how to deal with the public as well. So many of you have been so wonderful. I've needed sometimes information during a live. You've been so wonderful to like look it up for me as well, to help out with the readings. And I just want to thank you all for that as well. And thank you for your subscribing and your support with the likes as well. And also knowing If obviously if you can't do a gratitude donation, which is not, obligatory, obviously, there's no pressure around it or anything like that. I mean, it's greatly appreciated if you do it, if you feel inclined to. But there are also, just hitting the like button is also super appreciated as well. Thank you all who have done for that as well. And yeah, just looking to increase this channel and get it past. It's been sitting at 1.25 subscribers for like 8, 9 months. So I'm always looking forward to asking the viewers to support me and hitting the like button, and so that it can get on more timelines. It can increase, followers and things like that, and we can continue to make progress with the channel and have more people see the readings as well. Ultimately, that allows me to do more readings. If I'm not getting any progress here, obviously I can't invest my time here. So that's another reason why I just want to let you guys know that I actually ask for, um, the likes as well. If you've been watching the video for more than 5 minutes and you are enjoying it, that is, that type of thing. So anyway, listen, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate everything. Again, have a wonderful day. And I'll see those of you who are coming over to the extended video. I will see you then. Bye bye.